Hey you, does your deck look like this, but you'd like it to look like this? Then stick around today and I'll show you how to do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Handbuilt. Today I'm going to show you how I redid this whole deck and made it look like this. Brand new looking with composite decking, vinyl rails, new stairs, and we're going to show you how to do that today in this video. And if you want to follow along, you should be able to do this at your house too. It's easy. I'll show you some tips and tricks. By the end of this video, you'll be doing this yourself. So come with me today and let's get started. Come on, let's go.
Start by removing the railings, and I didn't have to do much work on that because mine just fell apart. The screws were either rusted or the decking, the 4x4s were just rotted out. Just so you can get the big picture, this is what the deck looks like currently. I took the railings off, but it's a 10x12 deck, and it was made out of pressure treated lumber. We did it about 10 years ago. Me and a friend built it. Despite staining it every year, it still fell apart. Alright, let's get started by removing some boards. So I'm going to show you how I do it. This is not the only way to do it. Sometimes you have to cut them from underneath. These ones, the screws are still intact, and I can get to them very easily, like this. So if you have a nailed on deck, or if you have a deck that the screws are buried into the material, then you're gonna have a hard time getting these out. So you can always take a Sawzall from underneath and cut them. You can also pry the board up and try to rip it off of the nail or the screw. Try to grab one of your screws so you don't lose them all over the ground and cause a hazard. See, that one broke off. Alright. So once you pry the decking board up, this is what you have. If you don't rip it all apart like I just did on this one, you can always take it, flip it over, put the green side up. This will allow you to sand it down, restain it, and basically get a new life out of this board. But today we're going to be replacing ours with composite, so we're going to actually take all these off. Now this is the fun part. You need to go through and take out as many screws as you can. Some won't come out and you'll have to pry the board off of them and then take them out later, but do the best you can. Alright, so we're back here working on the deck, and this 2x8 that was on the edge where the stairs were hooked to was actually a little chewed up and it had some rot in it, so we're replacing that. It's actually a 2x10, so I'm going to cut that down and I'm going to mount that, and then we're going to tape over it with the joist tape, so that way we can prevent it from rotting in the future. Then we need to put some blocking in for the composite decking, and then yeah, that'll be all for today. I'm gonna leave those posts in because they were good, and then I bought some 4x4s for some new posts. So yeah, we're almost ready. I'm gonna put it on a time lapse so I don't bore you guys with a bunch of video. So to repair this, I just cut a new board the same size and then screwed it into the brackets that were already there, and then put in some blocking for the posts. And you can see I just put 2x4s in between for the blocking and screwed the posts into that. That just gives more support for the posts. Make sure you put deck tape down on the joists to keep them from rotting. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but if you do it, the water's not going to get underneath of the decking. So I still need to do some sections here. I had to buy more tape. I ran out. This is called a picture frame, and I put this around my outside border because I couldn't find this color in the 12-foot lengths. They didn't have anything beyond 8 foot, so that's why I did a two-tone. All right, this is how you set a Trex board. So I'm using these camo clips
They're hidden fasteners, and you stick them on the joist in between the composite decking boards, and they stay in place because they have the little clip on them. So you just put all these on here, then you slide the next board in. The ends with the sticker on them seem to be the ones that aren't cut crooked. The ones that What y'all doing? All right. That was dumb.
All right, now that you're back, so I put all the clips in, and then what I'll do is I'll take the board, flip it over, and screw it in place. You don't have to use the picture frame method like I did. You can just run the boards out to the end if that's the look that you're wanting. I did this so I could hide the ends of the composite board because they're not flat on the bottom. So now, since my deck's so high, I took a 2x4 and I used it as a lever to pull the decking tight for when I screw it in. So you pull it in tight and then you screw that clip down and the clip holds it in place. But you have to have it tight and seated inside the groove that's in each of the boards before it'll hold tight. So I went to each screw, pulled it tight, and tightened it down. Just repeat until you get to the end.
That's how you do it. 100 times. Well, 20 sometimes for me. All right. Next. So I cut out this piece of the framing of the door, and I went ahead and I pieced in a new piece of PVC. I cut it at a 45 and just glued it in there, and I want to paint over it and you won't even know it's there. So when I buy the pre-packaged, then I only cut the ends of the plastic off and I leave the middle on so it holds it together. It's a lot easier when you go to cut it to have it all together. See how it stays together? You can play around with it and it won't fall. So I need 52 and a half between these two posts. So it's 52 and a half. Let me show you how I cut it. I leave it together and just cut it on my chop saw. Alright, let's make the cut. So I just put it up onto here and cut it. It's the easiest way I found to do it, because then you don't have to actually take it apart. Section is okay. That should be good. Looks about right. Let's head back up to the deck. All right, so we're back up here with the railing. Let's test the fit. Make sure I didn't measure wrong. Looks to be pretty good. All right. Now the next thing you need to do is add this little spacer. So this goes in the middle. The middle of this is 5 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right. Alright, so this is veranda. This bracket kit actually has, let me show you. Has these metal brackets for the top, and this is the beauty ring that goes over it. But when you install this, you can't install the bottom screws until you have the sides in. So this actually screws into the post first, and then you put the beauty ring on, then you screw these in. So let's get these put on first. That's the hardest part. See it? It's right there. Now, when you put the bottom pieces on, these just slide on, and then they have this little beauty cover that covers up the screws. So, slide this out, pop it on. Back in place. Do the same with the other side. Get the screws. Just take 2 screws a piece. So, and they go in the, I do mine on the bottom. I don't know if it matters, the top or the bottom, but I'm doing the bottom. Beauty cover on.
do the other side. Let's do a close up so you guys can see how this works. So, put this over, snap it in, and then you just screw it on. And it's secure. Alright, we're doing the last of the deck rails so we can get everything buttoned up, the caps put on, and the top of the deck is pretty much done. So next we need to move on to building the stairs. That'll be another episode because it's going to be so long. We built the stringers, poured a pad for the stringers to sit on, then we attached the stringers and then built them out. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to do the stairs. The stairs are confusing, so I'll try to walk you through the best I can. See ya.